Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome. Jesus, Prabhupada. 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 Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Advaita Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Welcome. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Low battery, please charge.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. I had a strange beat there. I had a wrong beat on it. I couldn't figure it out. There we go. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Time to enter the story. The story, the eternal story, the one that lasts forever. Let's see. Let's see who our story. See, how about Lochan Das Thakur's glorification of Lord Chaitanya? Ah, Lochan Das. Chaitanya Mangal. Hmm. Actually, how about this is a book you can't find easily. This is by, what's his name? Narihari Sakur Chakravarti. Not Narihari Sakara, let's see. Oh, the other guy. Chakravarti. Yeah, here it is. Bhakti Ratnakara. Wonderful book. The story of Lord Chaitanya's associates. Okay. Oops. Nope. Here's just verses in there. It says incomplete, so we'll just I'll just read these verses. They're beautiful. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna, who sits on a jewel throne, under a kalpavriksha tree, under a golden pavilion, on a jewel mountain. Lord Govinda's sweetness makes the whole world wild with bliss. Seeing him only once, a person will not be attracted to anyone or anything else. Srila Rupa Goswami's Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Eastern Part, Second Wave. Oh, this is another book, but it's the wrong title. How did that happen? Bhakti Ratnakar. Let's try this one. Here it is. Okay. It's a biography of Santosh Datta. This is one of the associates of Nartam. I hope my audience will be satisfied after hearing the biography of Santosh. In the capital city of Gopalapura, on the bank of the river Padmavati, lived King Krishnananda Datta and Sri Purushottam Datta, who were both great personalities. Krishnadas was the younger brother of Sri Purushottam Datta, and the people in general liked to see the cordial relations between the two brothers. Sri Krishnananda's son was Sri Nartam, whose character was already been described. Santosh was the son of Purushottam and the nephew of Krishna Chandra, and he was very efficient in the execution of royal affairs. He was an efficient man who had a great influence on the king of Gaur, the ministers of the state, and also the subjects of the king. Everyone obeyed him, but he was so kind hearted that he won the love of everyone. Simultaneously, he was a respected scholar who enjoyed his absorbing study of the scriptures. He was the brother and disciple of Sri Narottam and remained always in the service of his guru, Krishna, and the Vaishnavas. Uh, this reminds me of how these devotees, when they don't tell you the conclusive truth, they can be you're like you'll love them. They're just so nice and so respectful, but they don't tell you the way things are because people in general they believe in illusions. So you can't tell them the truth. You agitate people. They get agitated if you tell them that their gurus are not real, that they can't deliver them. But they don't like that. See, so a lot of these devotees, they would go about, they knew what was going, but even Lord Caitanya would do that when he didn't want to be disturbed, or disturb, but make, a ruckus, or he would just, oh, you're just so, oh, even people that were guru apparatis and all that stuff. So if you're not preaching, then it's easier to take. And so, like Bhakti Siddhanta, he would rub people the wrong way because he would just often he would just tell you the truth, and if you didn't like it, well, you just get angry, and yeah. Sometimes liberated souls tell you, the way things are, and sometimes they're silent. You can't tell them what to do or what not to do. They're inspired, either way. See, Bhakti Vinod was more private. He even said, he preached. He says usually the acharyas they ascertain the conclusive truth of the Bhagavatam, and they keep it for themselves. See, they can't tell you because then it would blow all your illusions. The real Bhagavatam, it destroys your faith and illusion, and that's what it's meant to do. So Narada Muni said this Bhagavatam is meant for those who are almost retired from worldly life. So you're okay, you're ready to hear, okay, you realize all this stuff is bullshit. But, sometimes it's not like that. Yeah. Like Jesus, he told them, don't you can't go to the Pharisees. Pharisees can't deliver you. You have to come to the person who is authorized by God. You know, they're anointed. See, they have to be the verse. He was the verse. You see how it's always about being the verse. You got to be the living verse. You got to be a devotee Bhagavat. That's why I like the Vedas so much. Is they just they explain things so nicely. You need a book Bhagavat and a devotee Bhagavat. See, the book Bhagavat for the Christians was the Bible, okay? But you needed a devotee Bhagavat to preach it. Otherwise, you get the speculations and it doesn't deliver anybody. See, so he opens up the book and says, I've been anointed. See, he was anointed by the Spirit of the Lord. That was true. Not the Pharisees, him. See? To preach the good news and liberate the poor people that would listen. Poor people are those who just come and they hear and boom. You see, some do like that, right? You notice they come here and boom, they get it. Not a lot of, ruckus going on. And some people, and also to free the captives. So people are captivated by illusion. They're attached, maybe too attached to illusions, a little or a little bit more than others, and you free them from that. See, so you got to be the verses. That means you're empowered by the ones who empowered the verses. The Lord, the Supreme Lord. Okay? And then you're very quickly liberated by the association of those devotees. It's like that verse I wrote this morning. I rather believe in the words. No, I rather believe in the words of a politician than the word of a corrupted. I rather believe in the words of a corrupted politician than motivated religionist, materially motivated religionist. Because better to be parted from your money than be parted from your soul. That's what religion does, actually. Because many of us, I came to Krishna to get connected, my soul connected. I mean, personally, other people may have other motives, but yeah, a lot of times people they come to religion to come to God, right? But you're parted from that by the guys that are imitating the gurus. They're supposed to connect you, but they're usually not authorized. I mean, that's what my experience. My guru I was initiated by parted me from my connection with God. See, became in between, made a like a fence. See, isn't that interesting? The word offense, a fence. It's keeps you behind. See, instead of inside the kingdom, man. Isn't that funny how these words, they're all. It's like even the words they use in the world are very. They also are very descriptive. One guy was said, "Never say good morning to anybody because that's a trick. This is a demoniac. Actually, the demons are using. They know this. When you say good morning, that means they want. That means good morning. That's hey, isn't that great to mourn? Hey, have another good morning." A good day of mourning. See, mourning. Ooh, sadness. It's unbelievable. This whole world is full of shit, man. And these words, they're spells. The demons know this. That's what I guess. I was fascinated for 2 years. I'm studying all this stuff. I'm realizing what the hell has been going on here. I didn't even notice. Everything's like a spell, man. Hollywood. You go there, you look at they cast a spell. The spelling bee. All these words, they're put together. Good morning is a spell to make people feel miserable. When you didn't know that, huh? People are casting spell on you. Oh, good morning. You think it's so hypocritical. It's such a lie. Oh, good morning. Who the hell wants to mourn? See, these words, they're like mantras, they're spells. They can cast a spell on you. Okay? Hey, it's no different. Chanting Hare Krishna is also. Oh, Radha's backstage. All right. No, she's not. Well, she's not here now. Anyway, Radha, you should have, you probably went off, but you got to let me know. I didn't know that because I can't see down there. You have to put the little thing up there. Yeah. So good morning. All these things is they're spells, and that's the idea of chanting Hare Krishna. You're casting a spell. See, you're can't. But this spell, you're becoming spellbound by reality. Vrindavan, the eternal reality. The other casts a spell of illusion on you. That's the way the Lord's Maya is the reflection. There's a lot of words like the spellings. Everything is spelled to cast a spell of limitation and illusions in the world. I'll go over them sometime. I can't think of it right now, but there's so many words out there that are spells that cause you to be miserable. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, but he was so kind-hearted that he won the love of everybody. See, and that was Lord Chaitanya's trick. Also, he sacrificed the preaching of the deeper truth, and he just went into like following, kind of like a people pleaser type thing. See, uh, a devotee that is a liberated soul, they can do whatever they're inspired to do, whether it's to preach the truth or to preach a lower thing and gain the trust of others. That like Prabhupada basically did that. With teaching Vaidhi Bhakti and the lesser thing, rules, regulations. People are okay with that. It's like we're used to that. You know, like when you tell people that you don't have to follow rules or regulate, that freaks people out, man. We're brought up on rules, right? Rules, the government rules, so many rules of society, and then somebody says, "Oh, we don't follow the path of rules and regulations." That sounds like you're rebellious, like you're a pirate, like you're a criminal. That's why they called Jesus a criminal. See? Because he was more free. He was free, but he was free in this intimacy with God, and that's what we're teaching. We follow the rules, but they're more subtle and they're more easy and they're more powerful, and they get a more effective result. The rule of love of God. See, so there's no external duties for those other than you got to keep your body together. You know. So you don't have to overly do things. You have to follow the rules of society to an extent, but you don't have to worship them. And there's a lot of things that people are doing that are actually not really good. There's a point that because the governments now they're doing they're using money to destroy people, and that's not right. I mean, that is not. I mean, it's not in the mode of goodness. That's pretty ignorant. That's pretty horrible thing. You people are paying their taxes so that they're being killed, destroyed. They're using it to destroy people and hurt them. That is so ignorant. You know, Actually, Sanatan Goswami got to the point he told because he was serving a very violent minister who was um, who was going on wars, doing wars, and all this stuff. He finally said, "Listen, you're giving harm to the Supreme Personality of Godhead." He was saying in the hearts of everybody. You really, I can't serve you anymore. And he left. I can't do this anymore.
Thanks for using.
Yeah. Left that service to serve God. Like completely. Yeah. So I notice even my own awakening. I just noticed. I said, "My God, look what they're doing. This is horrible." People, and we're supporting these things. It's like really, like, you know. Yeah. Anyway, back here. Who in this world is more fortunate gentleman than Santosh Datta, who has earned the dual blessing of Sri Radha and Madhava? See, the dual blessing. I like how that's put. Isn't that beautiful? The dual blessing of Radha and Madhava. And that's what it is, man. Earn the dual blessing of Radha and Madhava. See? The love of the truth. It's what it is. It's a dual blessing. It's perfect. If you found that and you have that, you have everything. You have the real beauty in this world. See? The real beauty is the love for God, the love for truth, as it is. The dual blessing. That to me is wealth. To me, that is my whatever. That is what I consider wealth, and I am so fortunate. I feel to be able to have that. That knowledge of that wealth, the dual blessing of Radha and Madhava. And so that's why I preach it. I preach that's the real wealth. Is this love of truth, man. Everything that's everything is in there. That's the sayings of Jesus. Seek the kingdom of God and all else is added. The kingdom of God is the dual blessing of Radha and Madhava. Love of God. See, love of God, conclusive truth. You ain't going to get any more real of experience of God in this world other than that. That's the highest form of worship. That's why you need to hear it and be purified from the devotees who have that blessing, the dual blessing. See, the dual blessing of Radha and Madhava by his own devotional endeavors and has been able to place their forms in this lotus like heart. There you go. There. See, he is certainly a spiritual master, was able to put it in his heart. See, therefore he acknowledged, oh, look, this is my Guru Dev, man. That's why, again, I had no idea. These things are what I wrote. You cannot, unless you manifest this dual blessing of love of Krishna in this world, the love of the truth, and preach it openly, freely to others, and then manifest it in the hearts of those you're preaching to. You cannot promote this in this world. So this disciple is a witness. He stands up and says, "Hey, man, I got this from my guru. It's impressed in my heart because he was real. He was the real deal. He's not a religionist. Religionists, see, they're like a sectarian. They're just like an official, like somebody in the Vatican there. That's actually, yeah. I saw the Vatican guys that after they go to their masses when they're looking good and all that, then they were out in these fancy cars smoking cigarettes all together, and you could just tell in their consciousness they're just thinking about the world and worldly things, and they just go and put their thing as their uniform, like a uniform, and then they go out and do the it's like they're just like people. That's why I say you don't have to worship people. Another saying today, put that out too. I said, yeah, you people you don't have any obligation to worship mundane people. They can't really do anything. There's no, you better to be free. Better to do study on your own than to worship a mundane person, because that gives you the wrong impression. That's idolatry. Better to worship the scriptures on your own than to worship a person who doesn't represent the scriptures like that. That's what I've always found. That was the idea of Prabhupada. The Ritvik system is meant to be like that. It's like, okay, until you meet another liberated soul like him, better just study his books and have Bible studies like Christians do, right? They get together and have a Bible study. We're not like, oh, okay, I'm going to take the part like little children. Okay, I'm going to take the part of a doctor and you take the part of a patient. That's what they basically did in religion. Okay? It's all a lie. It's a house of cards. Better you get together and worship Prabhupada and other liberated souls until an acharya appears like Prabhupada, and then you'll know if you have some sincerity in your heart. If you've listened in some lifetime to a real acharya, and then it's just like Jesus said: if somebody listened to me, they'll listen to you. In some lifetime, that me is the somebody being used by the true God. See, a lot of people didn't really hear Prabhupada. They were looking at his pockets. Or they're looking at and see, and also they may have liked Prabhupada, but he didn't preach them the deeper things. And so they get contaminated by listening to people that are inexperienced devotees. People didn't realize God. And therefore, here are like we're coming along preaching the deeper thing, and nobody believes in it because it wasn't preached by Prabhupada. See, that's the same thing. Before Jesus, nobody preached what Jesus was preaching. Therefore, most people turned against him. Luckily, he got 11. Look how many we're getting. We're gonna leave this planet with a lot of people behind this. Yeah, because you know what? That's what we latest avatar. We got all this information. Look at all these wonderful books, all these truths. No, nobody can defeat this. Nobody. They can, even though I haven't memorized any verses, I'll just tell you the heart of everything. That these people, it shuts them right up. They're, even Lalita, the guy can't even respond to this Ram Das Vidura can't even respond to her properly, except blah, 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 blah. Can't even have an intelligent conversation. And these are their guru. These are the gurus of Kali Yuga. Anyway, there's nobody backstage over here. I don't know. So, yeah. Okay. Who is more favored than Santosh Datta, who has been able to reveal the true identity of the deity of Radha Madhava by dint of his own purity? Isn't that amazing? What is this? Our preaching or what? Revealing the true identity of Radha Madhava. That's what it's all about. Nobody knows. Isn't it? Aren't we revealing? What is Radha? Radha is this devotion you see. We're revealing the true identity. Well, who is the identity of Krishna, the conclusive understanding? Do you see this was going on back then? They were doing the same thing, and therefore you see what happened? The result is the same result here that nobody else is getting because I haven't seen anybody revealing the true identity of Radha Madhava, and that includes all of them. Narayan Raj didn't. If he did, then why aren't you guys here? Because we're revealing it. Where are the verses personified? And you can tell who isn't the verses in person. This is a revival of what we're reading here in the book. A revival of true love of God. It was happening then, it's happening again because it has to be exact. It has to be a recreation of the same truth of Lord. It shows that you're in the real line. Otherwise, not. See, real followers following in the real spirit of what was taught before, what was experienced before. That's your witness program. See, you could be saying that, right? Oh, look, this person obviously has the blessings of Radha and Madhava. That's impressing in my heart too. See, there you go. Why wouldn't anybody? Don't people want to be Krishna conscious? Don't you want to be conscious of the real Krishna? Don't you want to know who Radha is? Well, come talk to the disciples here, interview them. Well, Fernando did. Look, he's been interviewing Lalita and he's getting an experience. See, proof is in the pudding. What is the difficulty? Love of God is being given here. Why? How do you know? Well, people are getting love of God. It looks like this. Well, I don't know. This is proof that you guys don't know diddly squat in ISKCON, Gaudiya Math, and Gaudiya Smriti, and anywhere. You just don't know diddly squat about the truth, about what's real and what's eternal. And that's why we're here to teach it. I can't be, if I can't teach it unless like that, I gotta just tell people, I have to point things out. You see, this here, Okay, who's coming here? Let's see. Who's this sat Christ head? Oh, that's okay. I know who that is. Oh, boy, this is amazing. God, I can't believe this. This is like, I feel like I was back there. Who is more favored than Santosh Datta, who has been able to reveal the true identity of the deity of Sri Radha Madhava by dint of his own purity and desire to do good to the people of the world? See, that's what you see when you're ready to be delivered. You meet the greatest devotee. The greatest devotee is simply who the Lord is manifesting in their heart, because that's what makes them the greatest devotee. Is the Lord manifest in their heart, and you get the blessing, and then oh, look, who is more favored than that? You need to find people like that. You need to find. You want deliverance? It's that simple. Who is more favored than any other guru? If there's two, well, which two are the more favored? If there's only one, which one is more favored than any of those gurus? Because if even one is favored, their associates will be filled with love of Krishna, like they are. Who is more favored? You should be asking this question to do good. That's why I say this for ISKCON. I don't need to tell them. I don't need to tell I could just keep my mouth shut and not say anything to the Narayan Raj people who all misunderstand me. They think I'm against Narayan. I'm for you. I'm for your deliverance. You're going to die without this bhakti. All of you. All of you. I ain't lying. I'm not exaggerating either. Not at all. You're going to die without this bhakti if you continue on that path. What? Am I not being clear enough that these same symptoms, these same attributes that were there 550 years ago, that caused love of Krishna to appear in the world, are here again? I'm just reading them. They're a living truth now in the hearts of many devotees, and more coming. Boy, these verses get me going, man. Exciting. Now this is the story I want to live in. The truth, man. Hey, we're living in the greatest show on earth. Is the liberation of the conditioned souls, not the slavery of them. This car's flop. What is this? The slavery? You gotta lie and cheat everybody into slavery while you guys live high on the hog. You're just nothing. You're ready for being a hog. He even looks like a friggin' hog. Look at that guy, man. Sergeant Schultz of Hogan's Heroes, right out of the movie, man. Bumbling idiots. Has been able to reveal the true identity of the deity, Radha Madhava, by dint of his own purity. See? And the purity of a devotee is based on having the real mercy of Lord Caitanya, man. That's all. I can't say, oh, I'm really pure. I'm really, no. The Lord's mercy is pure, and I've been very fortunate to be given this mission and this ability. Given the big Krishna is the ability, Lord Chaitanya is the ability. Especially, we should be looking at Lord Chaitanya as giving us the ability, the mercy. And then we get it, see, because it comes through the devotee. Like, oh yeah, I'm very fortunate. I got this through my guru. He was chosen, to understand the true nature of Radha and Madhava and communicate that to me. See, communication. You see how important the word is? The communication is not just, well, let me just study Prabhupada's books on my own. Where's the communication? Yeah, Prabhupada, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do Varnashram Dharma. That's the message I'm reading in Prabhupada's books. No, the communication, living person, isn't it? Wasn't Jesus a person? Wasn't Prabhupada a person? Wasn't Lord Chaitanya Nityananda people? Well, all of a sudden you don't need people. You're a friggin' impersonalist, you masquerading as a Vaishnava. You don't need Prabhupada. I just get the book, man. Book. That's all you got is a book. You don't understand. Poor, 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 poor Shamakori. She looks so unhappy. I, I, I hope you have a better day tomorrow, there, Shamakori. People could be looking at her and thinking, "That poor lady. She must be so unhappy." See what other mischief we can get into here. Isn't it nice to be a rebel? See, we're rebels with a cause, revolutionaries. This is revolution. Isn't it nice? I always wanted to be a revolutionary, cause a revolution. Even said the book. If you're a person revolution, you got to be there's the book revolution and the person revolution. Right, revolution, man. Otherwise, there's no evolution. Everybody just snails along, Vaidhi Bhakti in this life, gruels, ceremonies, and they die, just ordinary materialistic devotees. And then they come back again, a little better position because, they respected Prabhupada's books, and they did their, pious words, but piety, pious, you know. And they come back again, in a nice Vaishnava family, maybe, or a Christian, or they believe, and they make and then, who knows? Maybe they'll. It's not in every lifetime you get this kind of situation. How long has it been since what I'm reading has happened again until now? In between 550 years until now, you think there has been another situation like this? I don't think so. Because if there is, there'd be widespread love of Krishna like there was then. See, that's why this is beginning here. You see, widespread is to have 5 or 10 devotees like this in ecstasy. That's pretty widespread. And it spreads more like a virus. More people lay in. Wait, really? That's real happiness? God, nobody. Our gurus never taught us what real happiness is. They thought we thought it was to look like prune faces. That's life is to be, and to show pictures of our gurus who like this. true happiness, or meditators, they think that's true happiness. It looks like true boredom to me. I'm bored, but I'm looking like I'm meditating, man. What are you thinking about? A candle flame. Yeah. Wow. Sounds really interesting. Boy, these verses are fantastic, man. Oh, oh, what nectarian devotional meetings. Oh my God, every friggin' sentence is I can totally, can you relate to that sentence? These nectarian devotional meetings, my God, we have them every day. Can you, let me ask an honest question. If this kind of going, are your devotional meetings nectarian? Can you show us, let us see on your faces that your meetings are interesting, fascinating, and last at least 2 hours? Nectarian, see, like nectar. Yeah, is talking about Krishna like nectar to you? See, nectarian devotional meaning. Real devotion is very nectarian. You notice? Yeah, we never seem to get enough of it, man. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Wow. Ah. Intent and desire to do good to the people of the world. See, do good to the people of the world. See, the highest work is what we are doing. See, we're doing like that. See, we understand the truth about Radha, Madhava, and their qualities, and we communicate that to whoever wants to hear. And even if they don't want to hear, later on they'll come because they'll want to hear. They see, God, you guys are looking so good. Look at the devotees; they're having all these beautiful experiences with bhakti. I'm looking at this from this side. I think, yeah, it's just like Jesus said, "Ye shall do greater things than I." The Lord's mercy is always increasing. It's really wonderful. It's amazing, man, this whole thing. Allow me into your clique. Well, come in, man. What is this? I don't see. And then you go back and then you say, oh, you never allowed me. Well, I never saw you, man. We finally got you where I'm reading your comments, you see, but now, it's not making the trip. Uh, oh, by the wonderful endeavor of Sri Santosh Das, the deity of Sri Gauranga, then Sri Radha Raman, and at last Radha Kanta revealed themselves. Do you see the order? You see how this is proof that the Lord is inspiring all of that. Isn't that what I've been teaching the whole time? What I would, and why I come down on these gurus who even that try to jump, or they're staying backwards, they're in the back of the line, yeah, or they're not ready to hear the teachings of Lord Caitanya, the real teacher. We come through Gauranga, get the ecstasy, okay, and then bring it to the next stage. This is so perfect. I mean, I've never read anything so clear and so to the point. So, and it is such a confirmation of what I've been teaching here is like so inspired by. I mean, I have to totally trust this now. I mean, when I see this is the highest literature, the highest truths, and I see this is manifesting spontaneously. I never remember reading this at all, but it is so in line with our preaching, and that I think is really beautiful. I think that's amazing. It's such a confirmation that we're right on the mark here. See? Oh, by the wonderful endeavor of Sri Santosh Dada, the deity of Sri Gauranga, then the nectarian, then Radha Raman, and at last Sri Radhakanta revealed themselves. See, and that's how it is. See, the deity of Gauranga, that mercy, and then you hear the word, you hear by the word, then this love is born. See, Radhakanta, the devotion is born. Here it happens very fast. The mercy gets, people get it really quick. See, but you see, it's based on the word. The truth will set people free. You got to hear it and you got to see it. You got to need a role model. It's like you look at your father and mother to learn what life is about when you're a child, when you're born, right? They're your model. They're your example. The same thing. The spiritual master is meant to be like that. Oh, really? Love of God looks like that? That's when see they're not ready when they're thinking, oh, that's not real. See, they have no faith. That's why they remain croaking frogs until they develop faith in the mercy of Lord Caitanya that we preach here. Oh, here. Oh, yeah. There, you got the link now. So try again there. Who is more favored than Santosh Datta, who has been able to reveal the true identity of the deity of Sri Madhava by dint of his own purity? So that's proof that that person is favored. Otherwise, that deity is not revealed. That's why you see amongst all these gurus and leaders, you don't see this bhakti because that truth is not revealed in the hearts of their disciples. So I'm just preaching like this, try to do good for them, to make them real gurus. That this is what a real guru has to be happening. If you're preaching that, it's not like he wasn't preaching real rules and regulations. They were sitting there preaching these devotional concepts, very deep, truths about Radha and Krishna, the confidential truths. It's very simple but very profound and powerful. Yeah. Guru Tattva, it's by association with ecstatic devotees who have that mercy that you get this mercy. Yeah, simple. What is the problem? But it's a big problem because they're not teaching it. Oh boy, this stuff doesn't stop. Okay, oh, what nectarian devotional meetings, philosophical discussions, and sincere worship of the Guru is being conducted in Narottam's house. Did you hear that? I'll read it again. It is so perfect. Oh, what nectarian devotional meetings. Check. Philosophical discussions. Check on the list. See, we need checklists like this. Let's throw that thing they have that you call that a checklist in ISKCON. Look, we got three things. Three things on checklist of what is the real guru and real place to be. Check one. Oh, what? Where is this? Oh, oh, what nectarian devotional meetings? Check. We got those, right? What philosophical discussions? Oh, we definitely have great philosophy here. Wouldn't you say there? Isn't this good philosophy there, Shamaguri? And sincere worship of the Guru is being conducted in Narottam's house. See, sincere comes from the heart, man. Otherwise, it's not sincere. You know what insincere looks like? It looks like when you're worshiping these gurus. It's all a play. You can tell it's insincere. Oh, Guru Dave, please do it. Yeah, deliver you what? We just say, give me mercy. What mercy do you want? We don't. We just. It's not. That's not sincere. You're not in knowledge. You're not in deep philosophy like these verses. You get philosophy here. You get the truth here. You know what you're doing. Your heart knows what it's doing. You know you're in the right place. You know you're with the right guru. No, you know you're getting the right philosophy. You know you get the right philosophical conception of the absolute truth. You know you get the real ecstasy here. You know. Not that's called sincerity, sincere worship. Insincere is you don't know what you're doing. Oh, I don't know. Well, everybody else is worshiping the guru. Oh, he looks good, you know. He's got a nice uniform, sitting on a high seat. I guess you know that. That's insincere. See? That's in. Oh, you're worshiping guru in what? In sin. See? In sin. No, you don't want that. Insincere. No, no. Get rid of that. Who has been able to reveal the true identity of the deity of Radha Madhava by dint of his own purity. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God, and you'll be able to see God when you're in their association. See? And that's why only by this ecstatic worship is the heart purified. Who's teaching this? Who's teaching this? How to get a sincere heart? Nobody I've seen. Nobody I heard say, "Oh yeah, when your heart is purified by crying tears of ecstasy, worshiping God in ecstatic devotion." I never hear that. I never hear that at all. I never see that at all. Or maybe you got the insincere people who can't reach that plane, but they speculate and they think, "Well, let's imitate. Let's just talk about it." Oh, but I can't show it to you. We got a guy here, his guru. He asked his guru, why don't you show me, show us, Gohari's over there crying all the time, laughing, his disciples are, why don't you show? Oh, no, it's private. So in other words, the guru expects you to believe in them without proof. Now, is that smart? Is that intelligent even? Is that even sincere? I, I should expect you to be blind believer. Do I always say I don't want blind believer? I want you to be convinced, truthfully, ecstatically, conclusively that you're in the right place, not blindly, because that won't last. Maya will just come right in there, blow you away. There is no place more secure than the feet of Santosh, where real devotees and misery stricken mankind can find relief. Isn't that the preaching here? Okay? Do you feel the firmness? Do you feel the solidness? Do you feel the real shelter here like that? I guarantee you, these devotees, especially if they're lining you up for the shot, you there. What kind of security is that? What kind of safety is that? What is the difference between him, that Acharya Dave, and these politicians like and Bill Gates and that Fauci telling, oh, you should go get that. Well, he's telling you the same thing, so we know who he serves. Where he's illusioned by. He might be sincere, but still he's an illusion. What good is it to be following somebody sincerely in illusion? The Ryan Raj with a tear in his eye. Oh, I feel so sorry for Gauri Das. Oh, go away with tears in his eyes. Oh, go away, Gauri. He's not going to come here. Let me take your friggin' bhakti, man. Tears in his eyes. Maya's like that. Just like devotees. See, devotees got the sincere tears, the real tears. Well, so does Maya. Ooh, Putana was doing that. Oh, she had. Oh, wow, she's a real. Oh, great, very clever. Fooled even residents of Vrindavan. Oh, go away from Gohari. Oh yes. Let me reinitiate you. And look at her now, man. Look at a whole 20 years of misery, locked in her house by her boyfriend. He locked her in. I couldn't believe it. I went over there at Radhakund, and she was in a locked door. Here, we were unlocking the prison cell, and that's Krishna saying, "There you go, man. Locked. You're back locked up again." Unbelievable, man. Just Maya's right. Anyway, that's a good lesson for these people. They'll see in some lifetime that this will be burned, and they'll never make this mistake again. Never, never, never. All of them, Mina, her, Mahavira, to miss the opportunity they have. They will know that they screwed up, and that's good because then they'll never do it again, and then they'll go back where we are. There is no place more secure than the feet of Santosh. See, the feet, where it's just like the feet. What is the feet of Radha and Krishna? It's their conclusive truth of ecstatic love, of the truth as it is. That's security. Well, the devotee is considered like that too because they preach that. They show that security in this world. And you're there and you have faith in that security there. That's why that word, that ecstasy gets a form in this world. And that's the guru, and that's the final deliverance you get. And you feel it, you experience it, and you preach it and deliver others, right? Isn't that the way it works? People looking for that. They gotta see. I don't get this kind of shelter at Fauci's feet and Acharya Dave who's preaching the Fauci trip. Where's the conclusiveness of ecstatic love? Where's the ecstatic love being preached by Acharya Dave or Radhanath or any of them? Where's the conclusive understanding of the glories of ecstatic devotion and what it reveals, the conclusive truth? Where is a devotee that's an example of that in this world? Where? Nowhere I've seen except here. Look at you guys are becoming like that. It's by association, right? Just naturally. Claude Yon, hey, replying. Lalita Ganga, always remember Prabhupada. Oh, here we go again.
I know him. I meet him at several places. He always
Is it?
shows up.
Yeah. Okay. Remember. See. Yeah. See. No. See. You need. If you have any. I don't know where you're at, man.
He
But
calls
that's
you
what people.
Sahaja, Guru Maharaj. He calls you
What?
Sahaja. He
What?
calls you
Sahaja?
a Sahaja.
Oh, okay. You're one of those. Okay. Great. See. Okay. That's. This is just your inconclusiveness, man. Just remember the feet of Prabhupada. Yeah. Well, look, Lalita Ganga was remembering the feet of Prabhupada. So was Shamaguri. So was Johan. But look at them now there, Claude. Wake up, you sleeping guy. They were remembering, but not they were like you. Ooh, the finger. Go ahead there. What?
How can we ever forget the feet of Srila Prabhupada? How is this not possible? We cannot forget about Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, yeah,
He brought me right here. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
boy, poor fellows, poor fellows.
Well, that's his
Poor
good
fellows.
fortune. Somehow he keeps coming here, right? Comes to Lolita. They keep meeting. He's just It doesn't get it right. Oh, remember the feet of Prabhupada. God, they've been remembering before, but this shows you it's more potent now, their remembrance of Prabhupada's feet. Now they know what Prabhupada's feet is. Now they know the heart of Prabhupada. They didn't before, but now they're getting to know. But you, Claude, you're still a little bit back. You're in the, well, you're coming up. At least, you may not know what you're saying, but it's good. I can use it for preaching. Thank you.
A,
I need a few
a
fools
friend of
like you.
mine, good. A friend of mine for many years now here on Facebook, yeah,
Yeah.
is a Mataji. She also wrote to me the other day, don't
Yeah.
forget Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah.
And then I wrote
Like
back
you're,
to her,
you're actually
how can I
forgetting it.
ever forget Srila Prabhupada?
Yeah. See, they don't know that they will actually remember Prabhupada better here. That's the whole point. But they don't know that. See, they say remember Prabhupada on their level. You see, they're remembering Prabhupada, but are they remembering ecstatic Prabhupada, his heart full of ecstasy, and teaching ecstatic devotion like in his books that he wasn't teaching yet? He said was postgraduate. Now here you're getting a better idea of Prabhupada, more deeper understanding. This is the postgraduate, Claude. They're getting to know Prabhupada, and because he said Prabhupada knew these things, but his disciples didn't know. You guys didn't know, but now you're knowing. So now you're knowing more of Prabhupada, Claude, or anybody else. You see, people don't think straight. You give me a few more sessions, Claude. We'll get your head straight. If you listen, maybe not. Let's see how you respond to all of this here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you see people say that remember Prabhupada. It's like Johann. He was remembering Prabhupada's books and reading. He read Prabhupada. See, he remembered Prabhupada and he's reading his books. He read them 5 friggin' times. Claude, I hope you're listening. Are you listening, Claude? Listen to this. Johann, he was in ISKCON worshiping Prabhupada and his books. Read them 5 times, including Chaitanya Charitamrita. Have you, Claude, read Chaitanya Charitamrita even one time? He read them 5 times, and then he understood Prabhupada and his books by coming here, Claude. So what is this Sahaja thing? It's just, people just say, they have no understanding. Claude, you're just a child. What can I say? Trying to be a grown up. Well, it
Is
doesn't
Claude
surprise.
Johan? Claude Johan?
Yeah, Claude Johan. Yeah,
Yeah,
Claude.
he's my friend too. Yeah, I know. He's a young boy, no?
Coming back here. It's coming. It's coming. It should come. There we go. Halibo. Okay. All right. People in general. Uh, so people in general admired Sri Santosh for his wonderful devotional activities. Some thought he must have supernatural power, which kept him on a strict path of devotion. Without such power, how could a human accumulate such devotional strength? Another quality. That's right. That's like even that. I think Fernando. He says, "I don't agree with this guy, but God, he's so like always there, you can't do this. If this was really offensive, if this was really bad for Prabhupada and bad for the devotees and offensive to the devotees, why are we so inspired more and more here? See, strict devotional path. Yeah. See, without such power, how could a human being accumulate such devotional strength? See, the devotional strength, strength of devotion, that's ever deepening revelations and realizations and ever deepening ecstasy. That's the secret. And if that's not happening in a sangha of devotees, well, you haven't found the real thing yet. You haven't found reality. You haven't found the real story that lasts forever yet. It's not just about, just playing like you're a devotee and using words devotee and looking like devotee, but not having the actual substance of the devotional strength, the conclusive understanding, and the ecstatic tears and all that makes the story alive in this world, right? Otherwise, there's no life to that story. That's why the devotees have to come here in person to give life to that story that you read about in these books, that give life to this. It's got to be, you have to have a discussion like that was then. The book is to just to confirm. These are confirmations. Like Prabhupada, I was doing this, and Prabhupada came. He didn't say, now you can do this. He said, no, he has my approval, what you are doing already. Confirmation. The book confirms. That's why I'm so dedicated. That's why, it's clear that I'm faithful in this because Prabhupada's the dream, confirmed, and also the order was there, and also the books confirmed. And then your devotional experience. How can you be more convinced than something like that? Guru Sadhu Shastra. That's why you can overcome Maya so easily here. Everything is here. Real guru, real conclusive truth, and real ecstatic worship, like it was in bygone days. Not hidden, out in the open, like you're reading that verse was out in the open. Therefore, public love of God was given publicly. I'm looking for a response from Claude, but I see he's probably a little afraid, He, he didn't think I would react so violently. Poor guy. He's just a young kid. Sorry about that, Claude. But anyway, we're just having good fun, But, it's truthful, this stuff. Yeah. That's just a little spanking you get for calling Gohari a Sahaja.
He's frank enough, Guru Maharaj.
Huh?
He's frank enough and bold enough.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
met him
Okay.
so many times, but now the whole
Let's see.
Sangha is reacting.
Others thought it was by the mercy of Nartam Kaviraj that Santosh was empowered to success in the devotional sphere. So it looks like he was a disciple of Nartam. See, Nartam. And so that happened. You see, even the disciples here, look at the disciples, how empowered they're becoming. When they become ecstatic and conclusive, they get the spiritual power. That's another proof. Otherwise, if that's not there, that's why we say with the disciples, come on, where's your disciples? Where are they standing up, man? What do we see? What are you, it's just, oh, well, the guru, there, and the gurus are just putting on some superficial shows, showing, and look at the big party, but where's the substance? You don't even see it in the disciples. You could see it in Santosh, that he was empowered by real bhakti, which was proof. And then even the disciple looks like a disciple of that disciple was empowered there, who's speaking like that. The drama of Sangeet Madhava was given the same information. There is so much to say about the wonderful endeavors of Santosh, but I will not give the details. His affection towards Sri Govinda Kaviraj indicated that they were different only in bodily features, but equal in inward qualities and habits. I'm gonna save this. My voice is kind of giving out now a little bit. I've been jumping up and down a little bit too much.
1.5 hour, Gurudev.
That's 1.5 hours. That's good enough for a
Yeah,
midday
one
thing.
and a half an hour.
Keeping you guys up too. Okay, so anyway, I'd like to do some more of this because it's very interesting. Okay, sleep well, everybody, and may you have a nice sleep, everybody. And we'll be
Thank
seeing
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you all.
Love you,
Thank you.
Gurudev. Love you.